Okay, we're gonna read Round Trip by Ann Jones. Round Trip. Round Trip by Ann Jones. Round Trip by Ann Jones. Let's see what this book is about. Round Trip by Ann Jones. It started as soon as it was light. So it started as soon as it was light.
I don't see anything.
I know, slowly we'll see. But it's dark and soon the light will come on. So it started as soon as it was light. Our neighborhood was quiet. The house is dark. The sun shone on the pond. Oh, no, thank you. Over here, let's see. So it says, our neighborhood was quiet. The house is dark. The sun shone on the pond. So the neighborhood's quiet. The houses are dark. And the sun is beginning to rise. Oh, this is a little pond, yes. Yeah, there's birds, there's houses, there's a little pond. It's dark and now the sun is beginning to rise.
Who is this? Who's that? Oh my God.
Town was empty, the store is still closed.
Now I can see the city.
So the town was empty and the stores were still closed. So there's not too many cars on the street. The stores are still closed. So it's still very early in the morning. We passed a small farm in the valley. So as they were driving, they passed a small farm. Look, they passed by a small farm in the valley. They passed by a small farm in the valley. So look at the small farm in the valley. So I see the farmhouses and the valley. And fields of wheat, we counted the cars on the train. So as they were driving, they passed by a field with wheat.
Ms.Dimitra,
Yes.
it's a big train.
Yes, the big train.
And what are those things with the hands?
So these are wheats. It's a wheat field. So this is a wheat field. So these are wheats. And then as they were driving by, they saw a big train. And look, they were counting the cars on the train. Let's see how many carts we see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is a long train. And look at the puff of cloud of smoke coming out of the train. Yeah, so now they see the train, they're counting the cars on the train, and this is a wheat field, yes. Yeah, it's a long train, it's a long train. It's a long train. Yeah, it's a very long train. The road wound through the mountains. Trails led into the woods. So look, they saw mountains. And look, the trails. The mountain has trails. Look, the mountain has different trails that lead into the woods. So look at these tall, tall mountains, and I see clouds up in the sky, and these trails, and these trails lead up into the woods. So I see so many trails. Look at all these trails. All these trails are leading to somewhere. I think they're leading into the woods. Let's see. On the highway, we headed for the coast. So now they're on the highway. Look at the highway. Now this big, big highway. Now they're on the highway.
I'm on the highway sometimes.
Yeah, the highway. Yeah, the highway is the highway. Yeah. 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 So the highway. Look, the highway is so big. And yeah, but this is the highway. Let's see where it takes them. Let's see where it takes them.
But Ms.Dimitra,
Yeah.
who's the white guy swimming in the water?
Oh, I think this is a little pond over here maybe, and this might be a little pond, or this could be the mountain. This could be a little patch of grass. So this is the highway. Oh, let's go. So this will be the highway. So this is the highway. Let's see where the highway takes them. Let's see where the highway takes them. The water was rough, the waves high. So look, the water is so rough. And look, oh, let's go, come. So look how high the waves are. Look how high the waves are. There's a big, big wave. So that means the waters are rough because there's a big, 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 big wave. Look how big this wave is.
What? I never see that wave.
Yeah, it's a big wave.
I never see that wave.
We followed the shore past marshy inlets and summer cottages. So look, they're driving and they're passing by houses. Look, they're passing by houses. Oh, let's go, come join us. So look, they're passing by houses. They're passing by so many houses. So they drove by so many things, and now they're driving by houses. Look at all these houses over here. I think this might be a small little town.
I can still see the big wave coming up here.
Yeah, so I think this is a small little town. Yeah. Then we saw the city. So look, then they saw the city. So look at all the buildings. Look at all these tall skyscrapers. Yeah, these are tall buildings. These are tall buildings. Tall buildings are called skyscrapers. Do you know why they're called skyscrapers?
Why?
Because they're so tall, it looks as if they're scraping the sky. So look how many tall skyscrapers the city has. So look, they're passing by the city and they're looking at the tall buildings. We crossed the bridge. So look, they crossed the bridge. I wonder where the bridge is gonna take them. So they crossed the bridge. And we were were there. Look. Look at the buildings. Look at all the tall skyscrapers. Yeah, these are all skyscrapers. Yeah, these are all skyscrapers. Yeah. Yeah, these are all skyscrapers. After parking the car, we rode the subway. So they parked their car. And then they took the subway. So they parked the car and then they took the subway. They parked the car and then they took the subway.
The subway means the train.
Then we went to a movie. So then they went to a movie. So after taking the stuff, then they went to the movie. And to the top of the tallest building, we looked down. So they went up a tall building, and then they looked down. Look, this is the view from up on top. We're looking down from the building.
But the buildings are upside down.
We watched as the sun set. Time to turn around. So now the sun is setting. And we see all the buildings. And the cool part about this book is, all I'm going to do is flip it upside down. And now we're going to read the book this way. So now look, so now it says, the sky was dark, lights came on all over the city.
Because of the sky.
No, it says the sky was dark, the lights came on, so the sky is dark, so the lights are coming on in the city. Back on the street, we looked up at where we had been. So look, before they were up and they were looking, yes. Yes, it's such a tall building. But before, they were up and they were looking down. Now, they're down and they're looking up from the building.
Up on the building.
Yeah, now before they were up, all the way up on the building, and they were looking down. Now they're down on the street and they're looking up at the building. Yes. Then we had dinner at a restaurant. So look how this book transformed. So now they had dinner at a restaurant. Before, look, this was a movie theater. Look, this was a movie theater. But now all I did was flip it upside down. And now they're having dinner at a restaurant. Yes? Yeah, so now they're having, it went from a movie theater to a restaurant. So now they're having dinner at the restaurant. And picked up our car from the garage. So before now they're picking up their car from the garage. Before they put the car in parking so they could take the subway. And now they're picking their car up from the garage. They're picking their car up from the garage. left the shining star-lit city. So now they're leaving the beautiful, shiny, star-lit city. So now they're leaving the city. Before, it said, and we were there. Before they were coming to the city, and it was day. So now they're leaving the city. So now they're leaving the city.
Why is it upside down? The city is falling.
No. This is the sky.
It looks like the city is
It does look like that.
Ms.Dimitra.
Yes.
And it really does look down like this.
Yes. In the country, telephone poles line the road. So now they're in the country, and these are telephone poles. Before, this was a bridge. Look, before this was a bridge. Look. But now I flipped it upside down. And now they're in the country, and these are telephone poles.
The other way.
Yeah. Before it was a bridge, and now these are telephone poles. Yep. And now they're in the country. Yes.
The waterfall down there.
Yeah. Now they're in the country. And these are telephone poles.
I know.
We looked back, searchlights piercing the city. So they're leaving the city. And they're looking at all the lights of the beautiful city that they visited.
Turn it upside down.
Yeah, before it said, then we saw the city, but now it says that we looked back. They're looking back at the city as they're leaving. Because now they're leaving the city.
But there's no more houses in the middle, nowhere else.
We saw fireworks and stopped to watch.
Show me the other side.
So now now they found fireworks. But these were not fireworks before. They were not fireworks before.
Yeah.
Before, it said this was the shore past marshy inlets and summer cottages. Before, these were the houses. But now look, I turned it upside down, and now it's fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. Turn the other page. Turn it upside down.
As the smoke from the fireworks drifted away and the birds resettled in the trees, we drove on. So now they're driving. So now they're driving on. Yeah. So now. Oh yeah. Before this was a wave, right? Before this was a wave. Remember, this was a wave. But now it's no longer a wave. So now it's in the smoke from the fireworks drifted away. So this is smoke from the fireworks is drifting away. And these are birds in the sky.
Those are my favorite.
Yep, and those are birds in the sky.
I love seagulls. No, I don't like seagulls. I like seagulls. I like birds. So cool.
We went under an expressway.
Turn it the other side.
So look, now they're on an expressway.
Okay, so can you turn it upside down now?
Yep. Before they were on a highway. But now they're on the bottom of an expressway. Look, it's there. This.
Oh, Ms.Dimitra.
Yeah.
Is there one?
Yeah, there's two levels. There's the top bottom. There's the top level and the bottom. So now they're on the bottom level.
I want to tell you. All the other coins on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now the coins are on the top.
Now they're on the bottom.
But the floor is the highway. What?
Lightning flashed across the sky. So look, lightning flashed across the sky. But this wasn't lightning before. Before it was, these were mountains with paths on them. These were mountains with different paths that you could take. These were mountains and paths. But now if you turn around, now it's no longer mountains. Now it's lightning flashed across the sky. So this is lightning on the sky. So this is lightning. Yes, lightning and thunder on the sky.
Okay, turn the other page. Now turn the other page.
I know.
Let's see what the other page says.
It rained hard and puddles formed. So now it's saying that it rained so hard that puddles were formed. Look, it's saying that it rained so hard that puddles were formed. Yes. Yes. Now it's saying that it rained so hard the puddles formed. But before, this was no longer rain. This was not rain. Before it was clouds in the sky, trains, and a wheat field. But now all I do is turn it around, upside down, and now this is heavy rain, and
the train is upside down.
And puddles formed.
But Ms.Dimitra, I wanted the other way.
Yeah.
But the train is upside down.
Yes. But now it's saying it's raining hard, and now puddles are formed. Look at all the puddles and all the rain.
Yeah. We see.
We passed smoky factories. So now they're passing smoky factories.
Turn it upside down.
But this wasn't a smoky factory before. Before we passed a small farm in the valley. So before, this was a small farm. But now I flipped it upside down, and the small farm became a smoky factory. So now this is a smoky factory. It's no longer a farm, but this is a smoky factory.
Okay, turn
A
that
smoky
way.
factory.
We see it.
So this is a smoky factory. We took the tunnel under the river. So here, they're taking the tunnel that is under the river. But before, this wasn't a tunnel. Before, this was a town that was empty. The store still closed. Before, this was a town with stores and cars, and it was still very early in the morning, so it was very closed. So the stores were closed and not many people out. But now I flipped it over, so now we took the tunnel under the river. So now this is a tunnel that's under the river. And soon saw our moonlit streets. So here now they're seeing their moonlit street. You see the moon up in the sky. But before it said that our neighborhood was quiet, the house is dark, the sun shone on the pond. So before it was dark, but it was beginning. They were beginning to see the light. It was gonna be sunrise. But now it flipped it over, and now it says that, and soon saw our moonlit street. So now it's the moon is coming up. So it went from before it was day, and now it's night. So now they see the moon up in the sky. Look, they see the moon up in the sky. Look. look, now it says home again. It says, look, it says home again. Before it said, we started out as soon as it was late. So before, their adventure was just beginning. But now I flipped it over and now it says that home again. So now they had this big, long adventure and now they are home again. So now they're home. They are home now. The end.